Hi everyone, it's Ethan McKinley. This is the 2-Minute Terminator. Oh yeah.
And Ellie Fitzgerald.
And Ellie Fitzgerald.
Woo!
We're going. It's episode 10 of the T32T. We're going.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh, look at you dancing. We are in minute 18 to 20 of the season 3 of Terminator 3, the film we're actually covering for this season. And as I said, we're going from the 18-minute mark to the 20-minute mark of the 2-Minute Terminator. Hit the other music.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh yeah. So who's the Tom Tom Club, Ellie?
They're...
Bearing actual no relation to the film in question.
No. I just wanted to play the tune that we introduced it to.
Well,
it's
we usually keep in keeping with the sci-fi horror theme. I thought we would have played some kind of movie soundtrack, no?
That's not true. We had Party Boy on one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
How's that keeping in with the...
Nevertheless.
No, I just heard it on an episode of South Park that I was watching the other night. And it just reminded me of how much I love this song. 1981! What were you doing in 81?
Getting my mum to mush kids out of the way at the local Asda superstore. Now owned by Walmart, to get them out of the way so I could get Star Wars figures.
Oh.
Empire Strikes Back had come out. And, you're always on the lookout for a Dengar figure or a Bosk figure.
Did she use the excuse that I'm with the special kid and they just turned to look at you and you were eating like a packet of crayons?
I was eating action figures.
She didn't even need to say anything. She'd just turn and point. Anyway.
Oh my. So, Ellie.
This 2 minutes.
This
a
2
lot
minutes
happens.
basically. Does a lot happen though?
No.
Well, Kate, I guess, gets paged to go into the veterinary clinic that she works at.
She
because
does.
An alarm has gone off. John Connor has broken into the veterinary clinic and is trying to heal himself. Now, I don't know why.
With drugs that neuter dogs.
What's happened to him?
Okay, I'm glad you bring this up, Ethan, because...
We're not paying attention. He's injured his leg and he's...
Okay, so first of all...
He hitchhiked to the clinic.
Yeah.
Now he's drugged out and on the floor of the clinic with a bad leg. How did this happen? I
have no idea. So, first of all, we see him lying on the floor. So he's obviously taken some kind of dog ketamine. No? I don't know.
Well, she said it's the drug they use to chemically neuter dogs, but I think that's a distraction to worry him so she can throw the bottle at him at the end of the clip.
But if he's out of it, why would the sound of her car on the outside pulling up wake him up? If he was like K'd out of his face, pretty much, or if he was in some kind of like Valium coma or whatever it is, it's obviously had some kind of dosed up kind of doping effect on him, considering his eyes are all kind of funny.
Yeah.
Her car turns up, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I've got to get up and like sort myself out. And someone's coming in."
That's why I'm confused. How has he got into this state? How has he got an injured leg?
Yeah, where's the bandages come from?
I know.
Is it when he smashed the glass for the...
No. He crashed the bike like 5 minutes ago when he swerved to miss the deer, didn't he?
Ah, he asks the questions, he answers the questions.
Now, did this all happen on the same night? Why wouldn't the person who picked him up after the deer crashed, wouldn't they just drive into a hospital?
Plus he jumped off the back. It's not like
he was
limping.
fine. It doesn't really make sense. He was seeming
and he
in
broke
perfect health.
He broke into the veterinary store. Fine. So yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Just move on. We've got some trivia for this episode.
Maybe he was like that because it just adds to the fact that she goes, junkies, which I resent, by the way. Junkies.
Junkies.
Suggesting youngsters that take drugs.
Would you like to know some trivia, really?
Please tell me some trivia.
Quite a sedate episode. I think we should have done this at 6 when we were full of beans.
I'm full of beans.
I know you are. I just don't feel I am, even though I've just drank 2 litres of
Coke. A whole bottle
Coke.
of Coca-Cola.
Got half a pint left. Work it out,
Snort
American
it.
listeners.
We've got some silver snorters.
I understand taking Coke by putting it in water and drinking it has a really good effect versus sniffing it. It takes longer to work, apparently.
Oh, it was in cocaine?
Yeah, I've read that somewhere.
I
don't know how that would work, because I would have thought your body would
I've heard the best way to do it is by having it blown up your bum.
That's because everyone's seen The Wolf of Wall Street.
No, that's not quite true. A
Okay.
couple of friends of mine went to Ibiza last year, and they decided that they were going to try this out. Now,
Were these male friends or female friends?
male,
Oh, I know who you're talking
all
about.
three of them. So they've been
Three males, by the way.
Yeah.
This isn't like the sexy image of Leonardo DiCaprio blowing
cocaine up some
like Margot
hooker's
Robbie's
ass.
bum,
Yeah.
who's known in Suicide Squad as Harley
Oh,
Quinn.
so hot.
So hot.
So hot.
Actually hot.
Like, actually hot. Like, I don't even know what I couldn't even... I think it's her face. It's not so much her body. Her body's great, but her
It's
face...
mathematically perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she's really hot. Well done. And she looks slightly crazy, so I reckon she'd be great in bed.
Well, crazy ones always are.
Anyway, so I've totally lost myself. Oh yeah, cocaine, bums. So they've ended up getting really fucked up, and then they've had this idea. Now, one of the boys isn't so smart, and they had straws, and he's cut it. He's placed the straw in the other boy's bum, but he's literally cut
The
it.
straw is so short, he's actually kissing his bum hole.
Literally ribbing him. His nose was definitely like deep in hair. So, but
Smell the
apparently it was amazing.
Wow. And then they all tossed each other off with their 3 inches of flaccid coke dick afterwards.
They
I'm
literally
sure.
all frotting madness in Ibiza.
No.
No, apparently they did so many drugs that holiday that that their penises basically just shriveled up inside their bodies. He's like, mate, I wish I could have got an erection. It's just like hot chicks walking around naked everywhere.
Yeah, there were some hot chicks in Ibiza.
Yeah. Oh, you've been? I forget.
Yeah.
I would never go to Ibiza. There's literally nothing for me there.
Nothing for me there. Well, there's clubs and stuff, but it's all very samey and boring. I don't know what people see in it. But hey.
Well, if you love house music.
You know what? I take that back. I think if you were like wealthy, you had something like cool apartments in the hills somewhere, and you'd have
There's
like
no
house
hair
parties
metal.
maybe.
There's no hair metal there. Or
No.
fat synths.
Well, you really go there to pull chicks and dance.
Nah.
It's never appealed to me.
No.
Anyway, the trivia for this episode.
Trivia, schmivia. Trivia, trivia. Trivia, schmivia. Trivia, schmivia. Trivia, schmivia.
Edward Furlong, Ellie.
Yes.
The troubled young actor who portrayed John Connor in Terminator 2, Judgment Day, who was 13 years old when cast, although he was playing a 10-year-old.
Oh, 10-year-old boy.
Well, the continuity of this one obviously got it wrong, because he said, he came to get me when I was 10. This is obviously the words spoken by Nick Stahl at the start of this movie, Terminator 3, that we're talking about. Actually, he came... sorry, he said when he was 13, didn't he? That
He
was the
did.
age
He
Edward
came
Furlong
again.
was.
He
Yeah,
said
he's
he
meant to
came
say he
for him
came when I
again.
was 10. Like your grandfather. Anyway...
It's true.
Edward Furlong was originally cast as John Connor. But because of his troubled background, what was happening in his life at the time,
Junkies.
they had to drop him from the schedule and recast Nick Stahl. I don't know how to say his name. Is it Nick Stahl or Stahl?
Stahl.
We should get a confirmation on that.
I reckon it's Stahl.
Lieber Stahl! Yeah, he was originally supposed to be...
You know, one of the Hydra.
He was going to play John Connor basically in the 2001 reboot. They were trying to start with Andrew Vajna. Because I know you love his name. This is when they kind of like the rights are all in a mess, and they got them back for the 2003. It's basically going to be Terminator Salvation. This was going to be the first one in 2001. Yep. Salvation was going to be the third one, which is going to be the Future War. That obviously got scrapped when they considered this to underperform, even though it did $500 million. And that came out in 2008 or 9. So, in the 2001 version of Terminator 3, Edward Furlong was going to be John Connor, but because of his troubled background and what was going on in his personal life, obviously that never happened. They've just said it like it is in this trivia snippet I've got for you. Allegedly, okay, the magic word allegedly, or sources close to, say it was to do with substance abuse. Which, interestingly, you know Michael Biehn played Hicks in Aliens, Ellie? Mm-hmm. He came on to play Hicks at a later date, well into filming, didn't he? I think about 6 weeks in.
Yeah.
The original person who was going to play Hicks in that, who was already cast and was shooting, I think, for a few days or weeks, was James Remar. James Remar was in The Warriors Come Out to Play.
Weirdest movie. I just didn't get it.
On the DVD and Blu-ray box set of Alien Quadrilogy, they never actually say why he got fired, but he's actually come out and said now. I said because I was just a massive cokehead who wasn't going into rehab and he just kept fucking up, basically.
Oh, shit. Why is it always cocaine?
Because that
Cocaine
was
is
the
what?
drug of choice in the
No,
80s,
but
wasn't
I've
it?
known lots of people who've taken a multitude of different types of drugs, but the only ones that ever really go seriously wrong are the ones that have cocaine addictions. I don't know why.
Because I think if you're wealthy, you've got access to cocaine all the time. You know, any one of us could fall prey to that, I assume, if you had access to that kind of drug.
I just think
And
of all
becau-
the
I-
drugs,
no, yeah,
cocaine's
But
probably the
because
most boring.
it is, but it has a
It's the
social...
most socially accepted, yeah.
Yeah, it's like champagne. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, we're out, we're going out. we're
People
doing
that
a bit
don't
of
take
coke.
drugs will quite happily have a line of cocaine if they've had a few drinks. They go,
Exactly.
oh, go on
But
then.
if you mention any of it, they go, because there's that dirty kind of like thing attached to all other drugs. But yeah, cocaine is like...
And it's actually one of the most dangerous ones for you.
But it's also, you see it in films, you know, you've got
It's glorified.
Scarface, you've got... that's
Blow.
kind of crack, which is New Jack City. But
Blows all about cocaine.
Yeah.
That's
There's
literally
many
what it means.
cocaine films.
There's been lots.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I suppose if you had the wealth, it's easy accessible. And I guess if you had really good stuff, you could easily get yourself into trouble with coke. So yeah, that was Edward Furlong's thing. I'm not sure what he was doing. Maybe it was coke, maybe it was something else. I don't know, maybe it was
Maybe
crack.
that's why in this particular scene she's like, junkies. Maybe they're paying homage to Edward Furlong.
Well, basically, they cast Nick Stahl, the In the Bedroom actor, who was in the bedroom, came out in 2001. That's how he came to prominence with, was it Tom? Not Tom Courtney. Who cares? Anyway, he had to audition 5 times and go through 3 screen tests before he was chosen for the part of John Connor. However,
Because he's rubbish.
he did turn down the same role in Terminator Salvation. So they wanted to keep him for Salvation, and he turned it down.
But he couldn't have his name associated with another bad Terminator film.
Yeah, but why not? It's not like he's. Well, as an actor, I guess when you're at this level and you've got a film like Terminator Salvation, at least then you need to do like my little personal films about priests or child abuse or some like hard hitting this will win awards movie, and then you have to do your big blockbuster type films because you need the money, and also it gives you massive exposure. So Terminator Salvation would have given him massive exposure. I'm going to go ahead and look at the box office results for Terminator Salvation.
Sweet. So this is when they both first meet each other for the first time, John and Kate.
Yes.
Well, it's not actually, no, it's not the first time they meet each other, but it's the first time in latter life
Yeah.
that they meet each other. He's pointing a fake gun at her.
Yeah.
She knows it's fake.
No, I think is it a tranquilizer gun? It's a tranq gun, isn't it? Or is it a real
No,
gun?
but look at this weird grey kind of like chamber. It makes me think that it's some kind of like, I don't know, pellet gun, or it's not real basically. And she calls it, I think, in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah.
She knows it's not legit.
Right.
But also another thing I want to say
Yes.
is, considering she's had an alarm go off on her phone saying there's an emergency, put it away. He's getting his Demi Moore gut out. Fucking hell. You're not on Vogue. She gets called out to the practice at 4 a.m. Because there's an emergency. And she walks in there, as cool as a cucumber. No kind of like looking around. She doesn't have any weapon on her. It could have been anything. She's pretty dumb considering she's had all this kind of like military upbringing. No?
Yeah.
The place has been broken into. She doesn't know what the emergency is. All the dogs are going batshit crazy.
Oh, I know.
And
But
she
I mean,
just
her father is a military general.
Yeah, I know, but she just walks in. She doesn't even turn the lights on. She just doesn't seem to be in an emergency kind of frame of mind.
Maybe she doesn't know who's there, does she? I don't
Yeah, but
know.
that's the whole point. She just walks in like there's nothing wrong. She's even smiling.
Well, one thing you do see in her character here, which kind of makes you go, she would be a good foil for John Connor, is because she does throw the pill bottle at him and then disarms him.
She does. Good tactics.
I think it's a tranquilizer gun.
Okay. I trust you.
I think in the next minute, I think she tranks him.
Dude, do we have any mailbag?
Nope.
Damn it.
People start writing in because they think this version of the show is shit.
They've been liking stuff though.
They have. Terminator Salvation's box office was 371 million, so it underperformed compared to Terminator even 3. But it cost 200 million to make. So there we go.
Why did you bring that up in this episode?
Because he turned down, I said it's good for an actor to get exposure, even if you don't want to do the project. Like Michael Caine, like I said about Jaws, The Revenge. like the worst of the Jaws films, one of the worst films ever, maybe.
Which one is that?
They were like, Michael, have you seen Jaws of Revenge? He's like, no, but I saw the house it bought my mother. But that's what you're meant to do, isn't actually do like the box office job for the big bucks and the exposure. Then you do your own, the things that you actually want to do as an actor, perhaps. And why you turned down Salvation, I have no idea.
But why? So was he working on something else? Did we ever find out why?
Nick Stahl, let's have a
Nick
look.
Stahl.
What were you doing?
How old was he when he did this?
He was born in 1979, so he's now 36 years old. So if you dial it back 13 years,
Wait, so he was born when?
basically he was like 23, 24 when he did this,
'Cause
which
he's-
is the right age because
Yeah.
according to the, oh no, well, technically you should be 20 because he said it came 10 years ago when I was 13.
Why did you go Irish? then?
10. 10? He says 10, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10. Get your figures right, mate.
Oh, no, sorry, my mistake. He says he's 20. He said it came when I was 13, but that was the age Edward Furlong was when he played John Connor. He's meant to be 10 years old.
How could they have screwed
No one
that up
cares,
so
is there?
bad? Are there any cock-ups in this?
Okay, so Nick Stahl in 2008 did a film called Sleepwalking,
Never heard of it.
the one and only.
Never heard of it.
Did an episode of Law and Order for TV.
I've heard of Law and Order.
So you'd think you'd want to
You'd
Terminator
jump at the
Salvation.
chance.
Yeah, completely. I'm not sure of the validity of that. Surely you wouldn't turn that down. It's a Renée Zellweger film, basically the one and only.
What I want to know is what animal has escaped from that cage?
Which one?
Maybe it's Gizmo.
No.
No? No gremlins?
By the way, in the novelisation, I think, of Gremlins, I think 1.
Why is there a pack of Huggies in the background?
Because maybe one of the people that works at the gym. Yeah, maybe one of the people.
Why are
that
there nappies in this vet's?
maybe it's Huggies for monkeys.
There is quite clearly a white baby on that on that box.
Huggies for monkeys. I'm all out of trivia, really. Sorry if it's the weakest episode, everyone. By the way, the person downstairs, I saw the bag they keep in the bathroom, and she uses pads.
I know, that's so disgusting. It's
I'm-
literally the most unhygienic thing a woman can ever do.
Maybe not, but like everyone I know that has ever used pads, including Alex, has always been a bit of a weirdo. And like,
And I'm back to the fucking dusty library again.
yeah, use a tampon now.
Just put it up there.
Yeah,
Don't walk around with the bloody mattress between your
get a
legs.
fucking toffee hammer and get that croquet it in.
Would it not smell?
Oh yeah.
It's
You just smell
blood.
of
Don't
blood,
don't get me wrong. The smell
Like,
of old pennies really revs my engine.
If she came Bigfoot hunting with us, we'd be attacked by bears within the first day. Be like, ooh, a picnic basket. Anyway,
Oh God. Anyway.
so it's been a short episode, folks. It's literally a bit of a sparse episode.
No, I think it was good. It was concise.
Well, I think tomorrow we'll actually study the clip with greater detail. So we've worked out what's actually happened now. He's injured his leg from the crash of the bike, which is in kind of the credits period sequence of this film. He's come to this veterinary clinic, even though why the person that dropped him off? Why would they just not take him to a hospital? So
Well,
he's
he obviously
broken
didn't
in,
want to go to a hospital.
Kate
But then again, they
Brewster's
would have given
woken
him
up,
drugs at the
comes to
hospital.
the clinic. She's discovered someone's actually here, but she's still walking around really casually as if like, oh, it's a Sunday afternoon.
Great. Junkies.
Feed the chinchillas. So,
Also, just when you were explaining
yes,
that was a genuine slap.
it was.
Don't poke the bear. Although I've decided to call Ethan Nibbles because he has a mouth like a rabbit.
I'm caged heat.
I'm caged here, goddammit. Yeah, if he'd gone to the hospital, they would have given him drugs there as well.
They would.
The
I
actual
guess
proper drugs.
No, well, okay. Because he lives off the grid, you'd have to say who he was, where he lives, etc. So I guess maybe, perhaps, that's why he went to a veterinary clinic.
Would he not have stolen someone's identity by this stage?
You'd think a little bit like Highlander, you just take on new identities.
Yeah.
It's a kind of magic.
It's a kind of magic.
We still need to see Greystoke, you know.
What's that?
The Legends of Tarzan.
Oh, yeah.
With Ian Holm, your favourite.
Why is he my favourite?
Because you like Ian Holm, don't you?
I do, but he's
You're
not
like,
my favourite.
oh, he played Bilbo in the BBC radio adaptation. And John Hurt played Frodo, didn't he? Or,
Yes.
Yeah? Or no. Did he do it on the radio?
Yeah.
'Cause
So
I know
you can get the
No,
cassettes.
in the Bakshi animation, Ralph Bakshi. The 1978 version that never they were going to do parts 2 and 3 and they never did it, did they?
Yeah.
John Hurt is Aragorn in that.
Is he?
Yeah. The Ralph Bakshi version, he is Aragorn. I'm not sure if Ian Holm is Bilbo.
You're talking about the cartoon.
The Hobbit. When it looks like weird, it's rotoscoping. They
Yeah,
film something and then they animate
it's
over
human
it.
people and cartoon
Human
as well.
people.
I really liked that. The music was great.
Yeah,
Really good.
It's pretty good. But they said it was going to be followed up, and for whatever reason,
They didn't,
They
and they
didn't.
rounded it up really quickly at the very end.
Oh, everyone lived happily ever after and ate sausages.
Bye.
Bye.
Anyway,
This quest is over. Bye.
you know what time it is, boy. We've moved on from Rock of Love to Flavor of
Well,
Love.
we haven't, because Brett's delivered again.
Oh,
We're
baby,
downloading Rock
I'm
of
just
Love
like
3
here for
tour
Brett.
bus. Oh, Brett.
I'm like Daisy, and I'm like for real. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. I've been Ethan McKinley.
Hang on, I'm looking up The Hobbit for the listeners. 'Cause
Oh.
it's the sci-fi classic that James Cameron wrote.
I'm sure you can find some way to bring it back to Terminator.
Oh, amazing! Orson Bean, never heard of him. He's
He's
you know,
awesome.
The person I thought it was, going by that picture, was the English actor that portrays his Scottish friend in The Time Machine. That's what I thought it was.
But
The one
in
with
fact,
Rod Taylor,
who is he?
which is one of my favourite films. I always forget The Time Machine. I shouldn't do that. And weirdly, if you got The Time Machine on DVD, the 1960 version with Rod Taylor, if you get the DVD of that, there's a kind of weird sequel where the same actors come back. Filby, that's his name. I'll tell you who Filby is.
To see the light and the magic in your eyes.
Alan Young, that's it. Still acting and still alive. And
Whoa.
He's 1919 he was born. So this dude is like 97 or something.
He looks like one of those death masks you were just showing
He was
me.
in Mr. Ed in the 50s and stuff.
DuckTales!
Yeah, he's the voice of Scrooge McDuck and he always has been. And he's still doing it, still acting. 2016. This dude just
He's
doesn't
in
stop.
Scrooged.
So yeah, what's that make him? 96, right?
Yep.
Amazing.
We salute you. And he's called Alan Young.
Alan Young.
Forever young.
Which goes to show it's never too late to turn it all around.
Exactly,
and
Ethan. Keep applying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, The Hobbit. Before we wrap up, John Huston, the famous film director and father of Danny Huston, which is the main vampire from 30 Days of Night. Angelica Huston's dad as well, who was going out with Jack Nicholson. John Huston is the voice of Gandalf the Grey. Otto Preminger was the Elven King. Hans Conried is Thorin Oakenshield. Richard Boone is Smaug.
Boone.
Really? Where's John Hurt now? I swear to God, John.
They haven't even mentioned
Oh, I know why.
Oh, that's a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's the
Lord of
wrong
the Rings.
one.
Yeah, that's the
Lord
shitty
of
one,
the
isn't it?
Rings. It's probably because you wrote The Hobbit, you knob.
I did.
There you go.
Okay, you're not buying Mike if you were gonna. Christopher Guard was Frodo Baggins, so that wasn't Ian Holm. John Hurt was Aragorn Strider. Yeah. No one else I really recognise. Anthony Daniels was Legolas. Wow. Now I need to know what Legolas sounds like a fuss budget gay robot.
Are you going to find a clip and play it?
No.
Okay,
Well, I
right.
could do. Find one.
You find it. I'm playing the funk, man. That was the day the funk died. Hurry, Ethan. He's just eking out as much as he possibly can.
I'm just trying to put this link in. You're the one responsible for air being dead. if
I've
you're,
tried to close
co-host.
this 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep it concise.
I know.
We're
I
meant to be
feel I've,
minimising waffle and filling it with facts. Although there were no cock-ups in this. I didn't get to do my cock up.
No, it's just a bit of a sparse episode, really. That's the sad thing. But everyone that tunes into this will come to this maybe as a first episode. So every episode really should be good, and they're not always good.
Stop filling! Just fucking end it! Just end it.
Thank you, everyone. Please check the links below the show in the show notes, and we shall return tomorrow with episode 11.
Going from minutes 20 to 22.
Yeah, there's a couple of cock-ups. There's some
Cock-ups.
interesting TX casting rumours, even though she's already been cast, but I can tell you who might have been. And we shall return tomorrow for that show. Thank you all for listening.
I've been Ethan McKinley.
I've been Ellie Fitzgerald.
Hasta la vista.
Baby. Yes. Just press stop, you silly cow.
Moo.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm stupid in my head. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.